Most organizations think they know their BI maturity level. They'll point to a new dashboard suite, a shiny cloud migration, maybe even a growing data team, and say, "We're pretty advanced." But here's the uncomfortable truth. BI maturity isn't proven by what you bought. It's revealed by how people behave, how leaders decide, what gets discussed in meetings, and what actually changes because of data. Today we're going to walk through 12 signals that expose your real BI maturity, regardless of your tools or your budget.
Welcome back to the BI channel, where data meets decisions. I'm Nakel Ethan Nikima. In this episode, we're doing something leaders don't always slow down to do: diagnosis. Not goal setting. Not tool selection. Diagnosis. Because you can't improve what you can't accurately assess. And if you misdiagnose, you don't just waste money. You waste time, trust, and momentum. Let's talk about why BI diagnosis matters before we get into the signals. Many organizations evaluate maturity using the wrong scoreboard. They look at what they purchased, how many dashboards got built, how much data they collected, or how big the investment was. But BI maturity is not a budget metric. It's a behavioral metric. That's why so many BI programs stall in a frustrating middle zone. There are dashboards, but adoption is shallow. There are metrics, but nobody agrees on definitions. There are reports, but decisions still happen the same way they always did. Research and field experience consistently show a pattern. Organizations tend to overestimate their BI maturity by 1 or even 2 levels. And that gap between perception and reality is where failed initiatives are born. Accurate diagnosis prevents 4 common outcomes. 1. You stop funding the wrong problems, like buying more tooling when your real issue is definitions and governance. 2. You reduce failed BI initiatives driven by unrealistic expectations. 3. You avoid stalled adoption because you learn what's blocking usage in daily work. And 4. You align strategy with your true starting point instead of a wishful one. So let's do the work. Here are the 12 signals that reveal where your organization actually stands. Signal number 1. How decisions are made. When a high-stakes decision lands on the table, what wins in the room? Is it data, or is it seniority and instinct? If your default decision process is intuition first and data as an afterthought, you're likely at an early maturity stage, usually level 1 or level 2. At higher maturity, data doesn't replace judgment, but it consistently shapes it. Signal number 2. Dashboard usage patterns. This is simple and brutally objective. Do dashboards exist? Yes. But are they used daily by the people who run the business? Or are they something people check once a month, or only when leadership asks for an update? A dashboard that isn't used in the rhythm of operations is decoration, not decision support. Signal number 3. Consistency of data definitions. Ask 3 departments what revenue means. Do you get one answer, or 3? If marketing, sales, and finance each operate with a different definition, you're not just dealing with a semantic issue. You're dealing with a maturity ceiling. Without shared definitions, you can't build trust, and without trust, BI becomes optional. Signal number 4. What your teams argue about. In meetings, do you spend more time debating whether the data is accurate than discussing what the data implies? If the conversation is dominated by, "I don't trust that number," or "Where did that come from?" your maturity is low. Higher maturity organizations still care about quality, but quality is managed systematically, not fought over every week. Signal number 5. Leadership behavior. This one is decisive. Do leaders personally use BI outputs? Do they ask for data in reviews? Do they reference metrics as they steer priorities? Because if leadership doesn't model data-driven behavior, the rest of the organization won't either. Culture follows what leaders do, not what they say. Signal number 6. Meeting culture. How do meetings start? Do they start with opinions and anecdotes, and only later someone says, "Can we pull the numbers?" Or do they start with a shared view of performance, trends, and KPIs? If meetings begin with opinions and end with confusion, you're almost certainly not beyond level 2. When maturity increases, meetings begin with data and use discussion to interpret, not to invent, reality. Signal number 7. How the BI team is positioned. Is BI treated like IT support, essentially a ticketing system where the business requests reports and waits? Or is BI part of how the organization sets strategy, defines metrics, and improves performance? If BI is trapped in a service desk model, you'll struggle to move beyond basic reporting because the work stays reactive. Signal number 8. Data literacy. This is not about everyone becoming a data scientist. It's about whether teams can interpret charts, question assumptions, understand basic variability, and make reasonable conclusions. If people can't confidently read insights, then advanced analytics, predictive models, and AI initiatives will fail. Not because the math is wrong, but because the humans can't use it. Signal number 9. AI readiness. A lot of organizations want AI outcomes without doing the data fundamentals. Here's the signal. Do you have governance, ownership, and controlled access? Or do you have fragmented data, unclear definitions, and inconsistent quality? If the foundation isn't stable, AI won't deliver value reliably. It will produce impressive demos and disappointing operations. Signal number 10. Workflow integration. Where does BI live? Does it live in a separate portal people have to remember to visit? Or is it embedded into the tools people already use, like CRM, ERP, service platforms, and planning tools? When BI sits outside the workflow, adoption depends on willpower. And willpower is not a scalable strategy. Signal number 11. KPI alignment. Are KPIs standardized across departments, or does every team optimize for their own local scoreboard? Misaligned KPIs create internal competition, inconsistent decisions, and endless reconciliation. If departments can't agree on the same top-level measures, you're not operating at level 3 maturity yet, because level 3 demands shared measurement and alignment. Signal number 12. Decision accountability. After decisions are made, can you trace them back to evidence? And later, can you evaluate whether the decision worked? If decisions aren't tied to data before and after, you can't learn systematically. And without learning, you won't reach the highest maturity levels where decision-making itself becomes measurable and improvable. Now let's map these signals to a practical maturity ladder, so you can translate what you're seeing into a level you can act on. Level 1 is reactive reporting. This is where decisions are mainly intuition-driven, reporting is manual, and definitions are inconsistent or non-existent. People ask for numbers after the fact, and the organization spends a lot of time just constructing reports. Level 2 is descriptive dashboards. Dashboards exist, and you can see what happened, but usage is inconsistent. Meetings still don't automatically start with data. BI is helpful, but it's optional. You will often see multiple versions of the truth depending on who built the dashboard. Level 3 is integrated BI systems. This is where governance begins to show up in real ways. KPIs get standardized. Definitions are managed. Data quality improves because it's owned and monitored. BI becomes part of the operating model, not a side project. It's not perfect, but it's coordinated. Level 4 is predictive and prescriptive analytics. Forecasting becomes normal, not experimental. Models appear in real processes. Alerts and automated insights reduce manual effort. The organization starts to shift from describing the past to anticipating outcomes and recommending actions. Level 5 is decision intelligence. This is the top tier. Decisions are measurable, repeatable, and continuously improved. BI is embedded in workflows. AI assists roles across the business, not just analysts. And crucially, the organization learns from decisions the way it learns from product experiments, systematically. So how do you actually conduct a BI maturity assessment without turning it into a long PowerPoint exercise that no one believes? You assess behavior and evidence. Start with interviews. Talk to executives, operational leaders, analysts, and frontline managers. Ask how decisions are made, what they trust, what frustrates them, and what they do when metrics conflict. Then look at usage analytics from your BI tools. Not anecdotal claims, actual data, daily active users, report frequency, time of day usage, and which dashboards matter. Pair that with a data quality audit. Where are the biggest gaps, and how often do they cause rework or disagreement? Review governance, ownership of key data domains, definitions, access controls, change management, and documentation. Map workflows. Where do decisions happen, what systems are involved, and at what moments should insights appear? And finally, observe decision-making in action. Sit in on the meetings that matter. Listen for what people reference, what they challenge, and what they ignore. The purpose of assessment is not to judge. It's to understand. A good maturity diagnosis tells you where you are, why you're there, what's blocking progress, and what capability to build next. Not someday. Next. Let's close with the core takeaways. BI maturity is revealed by behavior, not tools. These 12 signals give you a practical way to see what's real. Most organizations overestimate where they are, which is exactly why diagnosis is the foundation of transformation. You can't climb the BI ladder if you don't know your starting point.
If this episode helped you spot your organization's signals more clearly, follow the BI channel for more insights on BI, AI, and decision intelligence. And share this with your BI team and your leadership, because alignment starts with a shared diagnosis. The BI channel, where data meets decisions.